So the Chicago Bears have never fired a head coach mid-season in their existence. Well, that was until today, folks. Yes, that's right. This morning, after Matt Eberflus held his usual morning press conference, Kevin Warren, president of the Chicago Bears, he's the one that dropped the hammer. Matt Eberflus has been fired as head coach of the Chicago Bears, which, by the way, he didn't give him a choice. After that debacle yesterday on Thanksgiving on national TV, they had no choice. They had to. In my opinion, they should have fired him 3 weeks ago. But let's look at the track record. He's gone through 2 offensive coordinators, Luke Getsy and Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron didn't even make it through this season. He made it through week 9. And then they figured out he was the problem. So now Thomas Brown, who was Shane Waldron's replacement as offensive coordinator, is now the interim head coach. So here we have from Sports Illustrated, Matt Eberflus got fired and was promptly roasted by the NFL internet. Matt Eberflus had a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So it had to happen. This is from Tyler Lewetta at SI. Matt Eberflus has officially been fired by the Chicago Bears. His release comes less than 24 hours after a baffling bit of clock management cost his team a shot at a win against the Detroit Lions yesterday, Thanksgiving Day. Even more damning, Eberflus stood at the post-game podium and defended how he coached the final sequence, leading the wider NFL world to assume his departure was imminent. And it certainly was. But adding insult to injury, the Bears allowed Eberflus to take the stage one more time on Friday morning for his day after press conference, where he reiterated that he was set on preparing his team for next week's game against the San Francisco 49ers. Minutes after he left the stage, the Bears were no longer his team. It's the first time in franchise history that the Bears have moved on from a coach mid-season. As soon as the news broke, the internet did what it does best, roasting Matt Eberflus into oblivion. And this one's great. After making him do the press conference too. After Eberflus mismanaged the clock on Thursday, not for the first time, might be one of the last times, the Bears mismanaged his clock and fired him after his usual day after press conference. Seems intentional. I said this on an earlier video. I would have left him in Detroit. I would have fired him immediately after the game and see ya. Find your own way home. Other than being 4-8 and fundamentally butchering the ends of 2 winnable games, can't imagine why. Matt Eberflus at Hollis Hall today. That was from CHGO Sports, Chicago Sports. So, just a little insult to injury. Jaquan Brisker, who's been out the last couple of weeks, after news of the firing, posted this: God don't make mistakes. So that clearly tells you he lost the locker room. Some of the comments on this post are just priceless, but the McCaskey family does. They finally figured it out, at least. Yeah, George McCaskey figured it out. Finally. When are you playing again? We need you. Yeah, they need him in the secondary. He's been sorely missed in the secondary. You should be our next coach, Quan. I had notifications on for you. Air it all out, please. Amen. God don't give a damn about the damn Bears. Oh, he did in 1985. Just Bears players in key moments. While Flus wasn't a good head coach, plenty of blame to go around the locker room for yesterday's loss. No, I would debate that. I mean, yeah, they look like they were uninterested in being there in the first half, but they rallied in the second half. They had a chance to win that game. If it wasn't for the mismanaging of the clock, they could have won that game and shocked Detroit. In fact, they could have shocked the entire NFL. So there's another article here from Yahoo Sports. Bears had never fired a coach during a season, but Matt Eberflus gave them no choice. And this goes into the same rehashing of yesterday. Talks about how Matt Eberflus has cost the Bears in close games. I think he was something like 5-9 in close games. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it in the NFL. So there you have it. Matt Eberflus gone. Now the question remains is who they gonna tap to be the next head coach of the Bears after the season's over? I mean, some people are pointing to the offensive coordinator in Detroit. I forget his name. I think it's Cunningham. I think. I'd have to look that up. Let me see here. Lions. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's the OC in Detroit. Some people are saying he's the next guy to be the head coach of Chicago Bears. I would say no. Get an established coach like a Mike Vrabel. Heck, I'd even take Ron Rivera at this point. Former Chicago Bear, I might add. Get somebody established, build a staff that could work with Caleb Williams. And I said it in my earlier video, do something about the offensive line. That's got to be priority number one. Because it don't matter who you put back there behind that O-line. You could put Dan Marino back there, Joe Montana, John Elway, heck, Tom Brady. They would get just obliterated behind that O-line as it stands now. So address the O-line. Try to keep the guys you got as far as your receivers, your backs. Maybe address the D-line too while you're at it. So we'll see. What do you guys think about this? I think it was a long time coming. So again, Matt Eberflus gone. Fired by Chicago Bears. First time ever they fired a coach during the season. And comment down below. Share your thoughts. Love to hear what you guys have to say, especially you Bears fans out there, or even you football fans in general. While you're at it, please, if you would, take the time, give me a thumbs up. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Share this video out there with your family and friends. And with that, I will see you guys later.